Hi everyone, if you're just tuning in, this is the fifth video in the series in which I walk through turning this ProMaster 2500 cargo van into this four-season camper van, which has a queen bed, shower, toilet, kitchen sink, microwave, fridge freezer, swivel seats, and a power system with lithium batteries, shore power, solar, and van charging. We've done a lot to the van so far. Solar, air conditioning, vent fan, framed, insulated, and finished the inside. We've also completed the electrical and flooring. If you're interested in any of those videos, I have links to them in the description below, as well as links to the products I used, so check those out. Now in video 5, we're ready for a handful of interior items, installing curtains, finishing the doors, both the slider and the rear doors, building shelves above the doors, and installing swivel seats, so stick around to see that. First up are curtains. These are thermal insulated blackout curtains. They block the hot or cold that comes in through the front windows from getting into the back. They block light for sleeping, and of course, they block sight for privacy. There are only really a few parts to these, pretty simple. First, you install the track. I got this flexible, bendable ceiling track on Amazon, and you basically unroll it and screw it into the ceiling boards right above the edge of the headliner shelf that comes in the ProMaster. Once installed, I also got these clips on Amazon. I have links in the description below for these items. But just hook the clips into the pieces on the track and clip them to the curtains. And because this is a standard curtain, it has curtain rod holes in it, and it's longer than you need for the van. So take it to a tailor, and they can cut it to length, and at the same time, cut off the holes. And that's it for the curtain. Pretty simple. Next up is finishing the doors. I finished both the slider and the rear doors in a similar way. For the rear doors, you can see I sprayed foam insulation in the sections near the top. I then added a single vertical 2x2 to help attach the finished boards to. I used the same cedar planks here that I used for the ceiling. I added more insulation as I installed the finished boards. And you can see it here, but I also put insulation in the top part and bottom part behind the plastic panel. Both of these areas have door mechanisms in them, so you don't want to spray foam into these. The slider was similar. I added a couple of vertical support pieces and attached the cedar planks to it. Here I curved the finished pieces to match the indent of the door to give it a nice finished look. Also, the bottom part of the slider has the working door mechanism, so I used a little fiberglass insulation, but mostly 3M Thinsulate. Once the finished pieces were installed, I painted a couple of coats of the white cabinet paint I used on the ceiling, and that's it for the door finishing. Now the shelves are a little tricky as really none of the metal parts are straight or flat, so you really have to build these out taking this into consideration and attach the pieces one at a time and build it out so that ultimately the shelf is flat and level. I also don't have a lot of pics here of the build, but you can see some and see some of my finished pics. I would like to give a shout out to Ryan at Alluvium. I watched a lot of his videos, really got a lot of inspiration and the shelf idea from him, and he builds beautiful vans, so appreciate that. Now onto the swivel seats. I looked at a few different types of these seats and ultimately settled on Scopema swivel seats. Most of these swivels have a mechanism between the seat base and the seat, and once installed, this causes the seat to be higher than it normally would be without the swivel installed. And the ProMaster has oddly high seats to start with. So these Scopema swivel seats are the lowest profile swivels I could find, and also come with a couple of safety certifications, one from Europe and one from Canada. They're manufactured in France, so that's the two certifications they have. Um, so these are kind of the four main steps to install these seats. First, you start by disconnecting the positive of the battery terminal. So this is so you don't have any issues with the seat sensors. Second, disconnect all the wiring to the seats. There's an airbag wire, like a seat occupancy wire, a seatbelt wire, and maybe another one. Third, you remove the seat, get it out of the way, set it out of the way. And fourth, attach the swivel to the base. And then fifth, attach the seat to the top of the swivel. Now hook all the wiring and battery back up, test it out, and you should be good to go. So that's it for this video. Quick video this time around. Thanks for watching. And as I mentioned earlier, there are links to the other build videos in the series in the description below if you'd like to watch those. And please consider liking the video and subscribing to the channel. I release build videos about every 2 weeks, and there are several more to come for this van. I've also started building the next van. It's a Mercedes Sprinter. So once this series wraps up, I will start showing build videos for that. And if you have any questions or would like more details on things, just leave that in the comments below and I will respond. Thanks for watching.